Alright guys, as you guys can see, we have the 50K Blue Sky account. I'm going to be showing you guys a strategy that I use to pass these evals, get funded, and get paid out. It's super simple. It's the 15-minute open range breakout. So here we have the chart, right? Here we have the 5-minute. Basically what we're looking for, guys, and this is currently 8:35, so the market just opened 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to be showing you guys a live example here, but it might be a little different today just because, as you guys can see, guys, the market is super volatile. We have already saw a 1% move here pre-market, so huge move, 300 points, and the market's been open for 5 minutes, and we've already have a range of 170 points, which it might make it difficult to trade, guys. But by the way, this strategy worked out three times out of this week, guys. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yesterday it was iffy. You could have either made money, broken even, or lost money. It all depended on how you played it. But that's why I'm going to be showing you guys these live examples. And then today, obviously, we have a chance to profit on the same exact strategy, but we're going to see how it works out. So it is super volatile, and the reason why it is because the third Friday of the month and it's future contracts expiration, so futures are getting either rolled over or closed out. So this is why we have a huge move, and this might impact our strategy. So basically, guys, we're all highlighting the top of the range and the bottom of the range of the first 15 minutes. So here in Central Time Zone, the market opens at 8:30. So from 8:30 to 8:45, we want to highlight the range. So we're gonna go back, since we're gonna let the market play out here. It's 8:37, so we're gonna highlight. We're gonna do this for yesterday, okay? And yesterday, as you guys can see, guys, a lot of chop. So depending on how you played it, you either would have lost money, made money, or broken even. So we're gonna highlight the bottom and the top of the 8:30 range. So here's 8:45, here's 30, here's the 8:30 candle, and then 8:45, this candle right here. So this is the low. So this was the range, guys. All right. So yesterday I lost money because you guys can see I saw it break down to the downside. A full candle closure here on the 5-minute. That's what you want to see. You want to see the 5-minute candle close either above or below the range, okay? Not on the 1-minute, because I've seen that on the 1-minute it fakes out a lot. It'll close on top but reverse, or close on bottom, reverse. You want to see that 5-minute candle close. Sometimes even 2 candles close, or a full body candle closure at top or bottom. So that's what we want to look for. And as you guys can see here, we did close below. And actually, the other indicators you want to add here, guys, is the VWAP. So you want to add the VWAP, and you also want to add the EMA cross, the 9. You want to add 2 of these, all right? We're going to be adding the VWAP, which is the regular settings, all right? Regular settings. And then the EMA cross, we're going to change to 9. And then the 26, you're going to change to 21. All right, and then you're going to make these whatever color you want. I already know what colors I want. I have them set to these colors on all my platforms. So 9 is red, 21 is yellow, and then the other set is gonna be the 50 and the 200, which is for the long-term trends. And I like to keep these purple for the 50 and green for the 200. All right, these are the indicators you want on here. Now these are the indicators I use to follow the trend. Usually you're on top of VWAP, trends is up. If you're below VWAP, trends down. And same with the EMAs. If you're above the EMAs, trend is going up. You're below the EMAs, trend is going down. So as you guys can see here, we've obviously are trading above all of them because we are trending up. So the way I use this, guys, is if I'm going to be taking longs because it's breaking to the upside, I want to be on top of the EMAs and the VWAP. As you guys can see here, when we broke below, we were below all these, right? That's why I took a sell when it retested the VWAP, because I used the VWAP as a support or resistance. And it pulled back because it was acting as support or resistance. You guys can see every time it pulled back to these VWAP levels, it would reverse. So here it reversed into the range. It gave me some type of rejection. You guys can see it did give me rejection. This candle rejected the VWAP, so I went short somewhere over here, and obviously it went up. But obviously, if you could have waited, if you were patient enough, you could have probably avoided it, and you would have saw that it broke up out of here. It broke up on top. You could have made some money here and even done the same here. Or after it broke out, you would have wait for this thing to pull back to these EMAs. You guys can see is acting as support because they broke above and then got long in this range on top. But for every other day as well, guys, it's played out. And currently right now it's 8:41, so 4 more minutes and then this should play out. And we're gonna go even further to the day before, guys, because the past 3 days before, as you guys can see, huge move. We saw this strategy play out super nice because of the trend. And so this is Wednesday, April 15th. Today's Fridays, okay? So we're gonna do a highlight here. So here's the 825, 830, 840. So that's the low. And then this is the high. So you guys can see, guys, this is a 15-minute open range. It broke above. You go long, huge move. That was Wednesday. And then here's Tuesday. So where's 8:15, 8:30. So this is the low, 8:45. This is the high. So as you guys can see, this is the 15-minute open range. It broke above. Nice retest. Explode to the upside. That's Tuesday, and then we're gonna look for Monday, guys. All right, Monday. Here's Monday, 8:30. So this is the low, 8:45. This is the high. As you guys can see, that's the 15-minute open range here. Broke above, beautiful retest, and explode. So literally 3 days out of this week, it smacked. Last week, literally the same thing. Basically, the average is about 3 days out of the week this strategy hits. Sometimes there's been weeks where 5 days hit, 4 days hit. Some weeks it's only been 1 or 2. So it works, but it doesn't work all the time, but it works enough to be profitable, guys. So we're gonna do a live example here. So it's already 8:44. So the market is about to close here for our range. We're about to have our range here closed out. So you can see this is gonna be the low because 870 and then 845. 830. So this is the little range here, guys. We have a small little range just because we did have this huge pre-market move, guys. So we're basically in this range. So this is the 825. This is the 830, 835, 840. This is gonna be the 845 right here, guys. So yeah, it's 845. So this is our range here. We want to see a break to the upside or downside. So this can be really iffy here, but we're gonna go ahead and play it. And this is gonna be my first trade on OpenSea platform. I'm trying out because I want to test it out. I do want to try out their copy trader, so I'm gonna end up buying out one more account, but just not today. I don't want to trade 2 accounts today. I think today is gonna be just a super volatile, not predictable day, and not really willing to risk my accounts. That's why I'm gonna be using this eval and trading this strategy on here. But let's see what happens. Hopefully we get a nice move here. But yeah, we're gonna be using the copy trader here next week. All right, so the market might push up here, guys. It might continue going higher, so we might play it out. Like I said, we're waiting for the market to close above this range on the 5 minutes. So we're currently on the 5 minute right here. All right, guys, so we might be breaking above here, and we might be taking this long because we are breaking above the range. We are above the VWAP, above the EMAs. We're following the trend. So I think it's safe to say that going long here is going to be a good risk reward. We want to see a closure, though, here on the 5 minutes. So we got a couple minutes left here for this to turn into a 5 minute closure candle. Okay, we got about 1 minute here on the last 5 minute. So if we can close above, guys, we're gonna go long here, and this is what it's gonna look like. But we always try to go for a 2-to-1 at least. But once we hit this TP, that's when we move our stop loss to break even. But we're gonna go for a 2-to-1. We always gotta try to go for a 2-to-1. But see, this is why you want to wait for that 5 minute to close, guys. The market can be super iffy. It can change your life. This is the only strategy we're going to be using on this account. I use multiple, but if you're a beginner, this is what you want to do. You want to master one strategy, stick to it, pass evals, and then work on other strategies once you master one. But this is the easiest, most simple strategy, guys. Literally, it doesn't get easier than this. That's why I'm showing it to you guys, and I want to show to you guys live that. All right, guys, we're gonna go long here. So we got a nice closure. So as you guys can see, it closed nicely above the range here. We're gonna delete this so we can see it a little better. and then our stop loss is going to be below that range, minus 200. And then our TP, obviously we gotta go for a $400 TP since we're going for a $200 stop loss. One contract, guys, one contract on a 50K account, 100-point stop loss. As you guys can see, we're up now. We're gonna move our stop loss to break even once we break these previous pre-market highs here. But this is a nice setup because, as you guys can see, guys, we're trading above the VWAP, above the EMAs. I don't know why I deleted my previous. So I got the 50 to 200. I should have the 9 and the 21 here. So this should be 921 style. This should be red. This should be yellow. Okay, so now we got 4 EMAs, guys. We got the 20, the 9, 50, and the 200. We're trading above all of them, so we'll see what happens here. We're gonna break this down to the 1 minute now. This is my first trade on this platform, guys. So far, I like it. It's kind of like Trade Locker, Trading View. So we're getting a nice little push here. And then these are the stats you guys can see. And what's cool about this this platform too, guys, you can see we get a lot of data here on our trading. So once we close this trade out, we'll probably get some data here. But this is what we're gonna do. Just wait here and watch this trade play out. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this out. Or I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even because this is gonna get super volatile, I think. All right, guys, yeah, we're out $3 profit to start, but I don't like how this is moving anymore. So we're gonna wait and see what this does. I think it's gonna pull back down to these EMAs or bottom of this range again, or it might even sell off. But I told you at the beginning of the video, guys, today is gonna be like a weird day to trade this because it is the third Friday of the month and it's a future contract rollover expiration date. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to trade, or it's gonna be one of those days that basically we have 4 stages in the market, guys. Okay, the market either trends straight up, trends straight down. It either ranges in this range, or it does this crazy thing where like it ranges, but like very volatile and very manipulative, where like I'll do a lot of fake outs to the upside and downside, guys. And this is what today why might happen. And honestly, a lot of the third Fridays of the month, this is what happens, guys. We get those that day where I forgot what they call it, guys, but it's very manipulative where we get a lot of fake outs, guys, to the upside, the downside. So we might even see this thing come down here, fake us out down here, come back all the way up here, fake us out. So today might be a tough day. We might not even trade, but I am going to wait for this to, I am going to trade it, guys, but I'm going to be super risk on. And so if I'm going to be trading this to the upside, guys, I want to see some type of rejection of the bottom of this range, rejection of this VWAP, obviously, and then this 200 EMA. And but right now we're just gonna sit here and watch, and we might go long if it breaks out of here, and then we see some type of huge push where we might trade long if it breaks above this level here. But for right now, we're just gonna sit here and watch. And yeah, guys. But like I said, I'll explain these VWAP indicators, guys. So basically, go here, just type in VWAP and then EMA cross, and then for the EMA cross, these are the settings: 50, 200, style, the purple and the green for those, okay, and then we have the red short term. Okay, so the 9 and the 21 are more for like short term, so I kind of like to use the 9 and the 21 on the 5 minute, 1 minute, and then the 200 and the 50 are for long term trends, so more on like the 15 minute, maybe even hour. So if you go on the 15 minute here, you can see that we're just holding this trend, guys. So yeah, I basically trade with the trend. That's basically what I'm doing here, and I use those indicators to help me see support and resistance in the market. When the market is trending, obviously we've been trending, guys. That's why this strategy has worked out very nicely this past week, and hopefully it works out here again, because this thing can easily we can still trade this, guys. This is still tradable. We want price to come into this range here and reject off these levels, and then we'll go long, and then we have 100 something point move there. But so far that's all. And the one thing I do like about this platform, guys, is there's the app. There's an app, and you can set alerts, so you can do whatever you want while you wait for the market to go to where you want it to go. So like I said, you don't want to be chasing price. You want price to go to where you want it to go, guys. Okay, so if this thing pushes up, I'm not gonna be going in and buys, guys. If it pushes up, pulls back, I'll get in and buy somewhere over here. But basically, what we're doing is we're waiting for here, or we could see a nice little push here, guys. We could see a bullish flag here. Basically, what's playing out. If this thing pops above here, I'll feel confident in going longs. All right, guys, you guys can see we're getting that breakout of this bull flag here, so we're gonna go ahead and go long. Just one little contract here. We're gonna try to move stop loss to break even. What just happened? Not sure what just happened. I think I moved my TP to. Oh man, dude, I have no idea what just happened, but I'm gonna replay that here later. But we're gonna wait for this thing to pull back, and we might get in. But I think I dragged the TP as the stop loss, and it closed my trade out. But by the way, this is my first time trading on this platform, guys. And I just wanted to test it out. But we're getting this push here. We kind of missed out on this, but we might get a pullback here. Yeah, guys, we missed out on this beautiful push here. We were literally in a buy. I have no idea what happened, why it closed me out when I dragged my TP or stop loss. Not really sure, but kind of dumb. But yeah, I think we just missed out on the fucking move that we wanted the whole fucking day. So we're gonna sit here and watch, see what happens. Alright, guys, yeah, we missed out on this beautiful trade, guys. I don't know why it closed me out. We gotta try to get long here. I did say, I called it out before. I said the only way I'm gonna go long if it breaks out of this right here, this bullish flag, and it did. So yeah, guys, like I said, this is gonna be a live boot camp, guys. I'm gonna be trading live, showing you guys the reality of trading. Like I said, missed out on this trade, but I also said before we started trading, it is going to be a crazy day just because of the day, the third Friday, and just the whole week, guys. Insane week, to be honest. But yeah, crazy move. Not really much for me to do right now, other than the only way I will try to enter, guys, is if it pulls back and retest these EMAs. And as you guys can see here on the 5 minute, it's been respecting the 21. Like I said, the 9 and the 21, I like to use it on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. And then for these long-term trend, like the 50 and the 200, I like to use it more on the 30, the 1 hour, 4 hour long-term trends here, okay? So clearly on the 5 minute, the market is respecting this 21 here, but now it's taking off. We just missed out on a beautiful trade, guys. We literally got in like right here, or here, let me see. Almost a 80 point move we just missed out on, but yeah, 80 point move we just missed out on. So I'm gonna be trading this next week, all week. So stay tuned, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm pretty sure you guys learned something out of this, because I'm just saying I might continue trading, but I'm just saying I might not, because if this thing just continues shooting up, I don't really want to trade this. But yeah, I gotta wait for this thing to pull back.